Yeah, I mean, yeah. The recap episodes, since we don't have most of the episodes that are supposed to air.
Yeah. Should we start off explaining why that is?
I mean, yes, that is a very fair thing to say at the beginning, and if we don't really care if it gets cut out.
Oh no, it's most definitely like recording now.
Okay. So do you want to explain or do you want me?
Um, I'll let you explain, and then I can see if I have the need to add to it.
So the reason the campaign stopped being streamed regularly like it was supposed to was because people made our hard life by just up and leaving whatever they wanted for little problems that weren't really anyone's fault, and the lack of communication about rival session times. These things came from just ignoring everyone until eventually they just leave because they felt like it. Uh, family issues, or even after doing one shots to be sure that everyone would want to stay here, not liking the side of the party. There's also one more who just couldn't take it anymore. No, sorry, to quote him directly, fuck this, I can't take this anymore. That's right, David?
Well, that was one of the people that was we were trying to get to replace people. To be fair, it wasn't just one of the people that people had already been watching, but it is a good reason as to why we shouldn't have kept streaming it while continuing to like allow us our own fun to not just be like, well, we were streaming this gets like the entire thing. But you know, the problem with that is, yeah, we were gonna get people that were going to be like that guy who just was quiet and didn't do anything, and upon me asking, "Hey man, what are you doing?" he just couldn't handle it. You know? Are you in the server yet, Joe?
No,
Man, it sucks to load slow like you, huh?
guess it does. I mean, it's not even trying, I guess. That's weird.
Okay.
Last time it tried, at least.
You can cancel it if you think that'll be good for you, and then you can go to Steam and join me. Oh, that's why it's not working for you. The server's full.
Oh,
Well, this
well
this
then.
this this one's about over. We can join a new one.
Okay, now you here. But yeah, to start our story, do you want to do just some introduction things about the world, David?
Um, I don't want to say stuff that you wouldn't know.
Okay.
Sorry,
Well,
sorry to make that hard on you.
I mean, I should have studied harder. Uh, the campaign is called The Dreamers. The specific reason why that is because all the sentient races are supposed to be the dreams of the gods. Uh, the race that were known as the Dreamers were an ancient race that were demigod-like in power, and eventually tried to fight the gods and lost. After in the world, you can find vestiges of their existence by giant skeletons or the artifacts that they leave, which are called the Oneros. After that, not that many major gods were left in this world.
Hey
We are
Joe,
left with a yeah.
for the TF2 gameplay, you want to do higher tower?
I don't know what that means.
Do you know what the high tower map is?
No.
Okay, I think you'll like this.
Okay.
Go on.
So to continue, there we are left with 9 major gods and many minor gods that can be taken into the game just if players would like or for plot purposes. It is a lot. The 9 major gods are the most important part.
Yeah, the nine
Yep.
major ones have their fingers in the world's pie.
Mm-hmm. Uh, cur- uh, Currently, For that, we have the various nations. Which, God, if I start explaining all of them now, I can't even because I don't. I remember most of them, but I am very bad with names.
Yeah, I mean, also we'd be here all day.
Yeah, because David has made an extensive world anvil, which we can post on YouTube on the description of this video,
Yeah.
and that would save me hours of explaining.
What the fuck is this map? It's changed so much about the game.
Yeah. So, is the server full again?
No. Try right-clicking my name in Steam and joining me.
Yeah. Just a second.
So, it's a large world. There's the implication that I'll spoil for Joe here, because I know my other players aren't going to watch a recap of their lives. Is that the world used to be a Pangea continent, and at some point, the center of it got fucked up by something, which led to the artificial ocean as in it filled in. Oh my god, I can't imagine there's just a fucking sentry up here. Oh, is that how the fucking...
Focus.
Hmm?
Focus.
Oh. It's hard to when I'm just mindlessly climbing higher tower and then there's just a sentry.
You understand why I didn't play game while we were doing this.
Yeah, but there's gotta be something going on. Plus, I am pretty... Oh, fine, I'll go play the real Brain Dead class that people will yell at me for calling Brain Dead. Where's NG at? Alright, so there's the Pangea, and then something split it into, which led into continents. But for the most part, a lot of the world is ocean, which just makes life easier for me, really. But, the thing is the party started in a port town that was just basically placed in the center of, what's the word? The world, the ocean, the artificial ocean. And, oh. This is such a weird map. That's I'm getting distracted. This isn't normal TF2. Things are different. Also, I guess you're not joining the server, Joe?
I am.
Oh. Oh, there you are. Okay. You're on the blue team. So anyways, the party begins in Deg where they get a invite,
An offer.
an offer.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this? He has more than the usual health or something. It's weird going on. Sorry, I
just killed me. That's what you did.
Yes, you deserve it. For fun. So yeah, the party gets an invite from a... Oh, no, not an invite. What's the word, Joe?
We got an offer.
An offer to do a gerb. Sorry, let's walk off demo, man. This is fucking weird.
Don't worry, that's job and stupid.
What the
I'll
fuck
fight you.
is this game? Get on Demo Man and try the pipe grenade launcher. It's so dumb. It's like a shitty beggar's bazooka. But anyways, they got an offer from Thordau, which was this dwarf that appeared to them like dressed like a rogue. He had like a black cloak and everything, and like he had a scar on his chin, which made his like beard only grow out half his face, like weird looks. And the party realized with his smile that the man's
Rich as fuck.
yeah, he had a golden smile. His teeth were like what do you call that shit, Joe?
Gilded gold?
Gilded grill? Yeah, something. Oh, it was you. You asshole.
Yeah.
Anyways, the party got the gerb from him, and basically it was to like send a message, like something that could have been easily done with like sending or something, but the information was so important that they kept the.
We were, to be fair, on our side it seemed more like we were hired to go get a parcel more than deliver a message.
Yeah, kind of. The implications of things are fun. The server is so fucked, Joe.
Very much the only information we got from this from our employer about for our mission was that we had to find a dwarf that is in the dark circus, which is a traveling circus. Nothing else was said at all.
Oh my god, yes.
Bitch, I even saw you.
Yes, but now I have 2,000 health, Joe. Thank you. I just try to sapper fucking heavy. I've been playing too much Man vs. Machine. So the party accepted that, and that's where we kind of see the first like 2 sessions that actually played out, where the party's like traveling, and I'm just trying to world build and get them to do things.
We naively accepted an offer for Throughout to lend us an airship, which in the end it didn't end as bad as it could.
What's happening here? Oh, this game is so laggy.
I don't know. I didn't kill him.
So yeah, the thing fell apart when one guy said that the group was too big for him, which is annoying because we had done one-shots beforehand to make sure that some of the new people would actually like be fine with playing, because you know Roll20 offers such shit group service. And unfortunately, the guy decided that after like Joe, like I'm not just being a jerk here. Like the guy,
he did 2 1-shots and 2 sessions. He truly just wanted to leave, and very unfortunately, another person we thought was good left shortly after for no apparent reason.
he just said he was stressed.
Yes, but as I said, no apparent reason.
Oh, the flag should stay on that silly dumbass build. The looks. There we go. The switch on it's pretty slow. Then again. Oh god. Hold on. I hate the TF2 community sometimes where they just blast fucking, what do you call that, like shitty techno? Is all chat on, Joe? Like, can you hear that from the red team?
Well, I am with the headphones on my phone, so I can talk to you without the lag coming over.
Yeah.
So I don't actually hear it. So, so basically, the only party members we meet for half the story are Richter, which is our incredible telekineticist, kineticist, that thinks he is the greatest, and he has proven to be pretty great. Sometimes we have USA, which is our barbarian feral Nasher with a good old grapple build, combined with bite attacks. And then we have me, who was stupid enough to try and play a wizard cleric combo into Mystic Theurge. So we're getting there. Oh.
So I guess, explaining that bit, the party goes off onto, like, they borrowed the airship through the contract and everything. And just to, like, summarize the parts that people could actually watch, they travel across the ocean, they start meeting a Cyclops, and they start saying that some people are friendly in Thirst. And then, dealing with the Cyclops fight, which was incredibly short, because, like, action economy is a thing, and it was just...
we're kind of jumping some things.
Alright. Fill me in what I'm missing here.
We haven't talked about Manfred.
Okay, fine. Let's talk about the fucking big bad evil guy.
Okay, so basically, as soon as we arrived to the continent of to the upper continent, and we reached Zwerst, there was a man just flagging us down, and telling us his help would that a town was attacked not far off. We go there, and the town has been completely scorched. And this weird man, weird huffing man, doesn't want to tell us any information. The only person we
keep going.
The only information we could, the only information people we could rescue, was a woman. That was blinded by the incident and, fortunately enough, not killed. Saving the only survivor we could see, we decided to take responsibility and take her with us, at least to the capital of Zwerst. And yeah, now we can get to the Cyclops thing, David.
Okay. Along the way there, they find a Cyclops, which puts a hole in their ship, so the party stops by to meet this nice, quaint farming village. There, they just kind of keep role-playing a bit. I'm still role-building stuff. They fight the Cyclops because, two people decide to, like, help the Frost Giant in the field, which is its own little lore point. And the party decides to basically... Whoa, hey, is there someone else here? Hey, Pat, we're doing the recap, so by all means, feel free to join in and help explain this. So anyways, the party harasses the Cyclops. They just straight up bully him, so which leads the Cyclops to go into a rage, which, go figure. And the party fights the Cyclops, and it's super easy, like, let's be real.
The bullying part was made by moving his rocks, because he had rocks on the field, and people started moving the rocks.
No. He was gathering the rocks to try and throw it at us. Clearly.
Alright, let's see what happens when I do this.
Where are you playing?
Higher tower.
I have been playing this for about 10 minutes and I still don't get it.
The point is it's the higher tower map, but really too long.
I mean, I think you guys are gonna win.
It would take like an hour of standing on the cart to actually make it go up, Joe. And of course, someone's peppering me.
Did we really stop? Did we really stop streaming before the Cyclops?
We're doing the whole thing.
Yeah.
I think it was right at the Cyclops. Yeah, it was right at the Cyclops because that's when the other guy left.
Yeah, back to Branded class so I can talk undistracted.
Yeah, so yeah, right after the Cyclops fight is when one of the players already left, and after the Cyclops fight, the other one left, and we were left to try and search for other people while uh, we got yeah. Wait, I'm trying to remember. We've got to the capital once when he was still with us after the Cyclops fight, and after that, we he left, and we were left alone when we reached the Dark Circus. And Stefan, who's playing Usa, unfortunately could also not show up. So this was the Kash and Richter solo venture.
It just feels like there was someone else there, but now that you mention it,
yeah, no, like the paladin that we had still was with us till we got there, but the session between we arriving to the the town where the Dark Circus is, and actually going to the Dark Circus, he left.
I'm trying to remember the fucking command to like look at my wrench.
shame. Dark Circus was fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know.
Are we going straight to
Well,
the Dark
let's not get
Circus?
ahead of ourselves. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We still have to encounter the dragon.
Yes. So because the part of the cab I almost didn't remember. When we approached with an airship, which was not normal by any means.
Should we mention Usa's side adventure?
I mean, you just want to talk about how she like fucking gobbles things?
Oh yeah, she gobbles things all right.
I think Joe just left.
She did. It was like, oh, okay.
Can't believe you bullied Joe out of existence.
I'm sorry. Did leave the game?
Did I fucking... God, this game is so laggy. Yeah, I'm getting out of this fucking server, so I can't do anything here. We'll just do a good old man versus machine server. Time to lower the stream volume. Yeah, that's a fair point. Joe, what the fuck is taking you?
Well, I wasn't in the call for a second.
Yeah, what'd you do?
I got a call, like someone called me on my phone, and since I'm on Discord on my phone, it makes a slight interference, so I had to leave for a second.
Excuses.
Okay.
I'm
You're wondering if Usa's bedroom adventures had caused you to leave.
No, but that's also after.
But
the story about
we're jumping too much. We were gonna do shit in order, weren't we?
Yes. So we get to the capital on the airship, which is not a normal thing.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Manfred had warned you multiple times through sessions that you would get attacked.
Yes.
He didn't say attacked. He did not specifically say attacked. He just said it may not turn out as well as we think. We ignored this advice because he's shifty.
Well, it is. I didn't completely ignore his advice, but there was no way for us to get the airship back like that. So it wasn't really a point of wanting to ignore it. It's a lack of choices because we needed to put the girl we saved there. So a dragon decided to meet us in the airspace of the capital of Zwerst, which was, David, I don't remember.
I forget the name.
It's Uzer.
Easier?
Uzer.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Uzer.
No, Oh, the name of the capital. I thought you were talking about the name of the dragon.
No, I'm not. I'm not even going to attempt that right here. I don't have it in front of me, so.
Joe, yeah, you are joining the server. Okay.
Anyway, it's a silver dragon that's protecting the city, and she doesn't like
It's more that she doesn't like us because we're suspicious as fuck.
Yes, because we're an airship coming from a trail of destruction that we have somehow missed the perpetrator of at all turns.
Well, spoiler alert, it was Manfred. It's,
I don't think it was Manfred, but
no, okay. It was not that it was Manfred, is that we discovered later that the responsible for creating the person who burned down all of the all of the land around the capital was Manfred.
yeah, not directly responsible, but
Pat,
indirectly
Pat,
his total fault.
if I make a bomb and then I throw the bomb, you can't go. He was not
Look,
directly
that was
responsible for the
no,
bomb attack.
No, that was a sentient bomb. He's not directly responsible, but he is entirely at fault.
I think you're being stupid. I'm sorry, Pat, but that's
You're
just not right.
Listening.
No, I am. I think that's the issue.
Oh, again, he didn't directly set things on fire, but he's entirely at fault for the thing that did.
Wow, Joe, I'm super with you. Pat's being retarded. Like this would net him mental illness.
He isn't directly at fault, and you just said he's directly responsible. Like, there's a big correlation between those.
I'm so rusty.
He's directly responsible for turning someone into a bomb, but he's not directly responsible for burning everything down with that bomb, because I don't think that he was in control of that thing anymore.
It's so weird for someone to like you train an animal to be like rabid and wild and to bite everything. You're still at fault for release? You're still at fault for release. That's true. Okay, Pat is playing up the belief that maybe Manfred might be doing something that could very well be the case. Yes,
but
that he's just
but this is the recap that even the DMs confirming.
It's the recap, and we also as players can't just assume that he released this knowing full well that it would burn half the countryside.
Okay. I'm doing fuck all the machine match, by the way.
Yeah, something like that. David has confirmed it here, for the sake of the audience and for us. It's not a point that if. It is a fact.
I will give Pat that I could very well just be lying and agreeing with things that the party knows because that's the stuff the party knows and that's the same stuff the audience should know. So yes, maybe it's revealed that, yeah, Manfred was actually testing something and it just went wrong, but still, from the party's perspective, Manfred is super at fault here.
Yes, that's why I'm saying he's at fault for it, but he's not directly at fault for burning the village. That just happens to be his fault in an indirect manner. So anyway, shifty-ass Fred man has hidden himself away in the bottom of the boat using a rope trick that Richter, being the great guy that he is, notices it as the dragon up top is demanding, bring forth this shifty-ass motherfucker right away.
So, yes, in that attempt, he manages to escape. We inform the dragon that is protecting the city. And we are just asked to leave. So we ask the dragon to take care of the girl mostly. And
that's the end of that story.
Yeah, the girl is, for all we know, in the capital.
Joe, you are killing me with the wait time on responding. To be fair, it's still my fault entirely for trying to be like doing air jump things when the server Twitch is lagging me the game a little bit. But anyways, yes, since we're gonna restart the server anyways, so I can focus on being more helpful while also getting the story along. Um, the idea is that Manfred, he didn't want to be questioned, so he immediately ran off, and wait, does the whole
Yeah, he didn't want to be questioned because he was guilty of the things he was going to be asked.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was kind of it was pretty much like a cartoon villain getting away, where
Okay, yeah. Let's focus.
a lot of bad rolls.
He was
a lot of bad rolls.
He was so good. Like, you guys were just rolled so bad that it made him seem incredibly competent. Because, yeah, Manfred isn't built too competent. Excuse me, I had gas. I had a burp, sorry. Don't want to record that. But it sure makes the random stop seem weird. Anyways, yeah, he's not competent when it comes to straight up fighting. But, anyways, the party did really bad, so he got away and he fell into the city and, like, poofs. Like, the party didn't really get a good look at him because, magic. So, yeah, Quinn the Dragon, which is short for, like, Quinilla, it's just some fucking... I can find her name real fast.
Long-ass name.
No. This is essential for the recap. This recap is a fucking mess, by the way. It's half an hour in, and we're still on, like, sessions that people have already seen.
I mean, I told you shouldn't play things while doing this.
Yeah, but otherwise it's just a weird, like, press conference that absolutely no one would care about. People like seeing movies.
When's the last time a recap didn't involve things we've already seen?
Yeah. But no, I'm referring to our ineffectualness of it. But don't worry, Joe. I was just highly distracted before because I was the higher tower. Like, if we just got into a regular map like I was trying to get us into, Joe, it would have been fine. But anyways, the party. Okay, hold on. I actually got her name here. It's just everything's being so slow on my computer for some reason.
Did Grounded really fuck up your computer that bad?
Yeah, it did. Her name is Quinisora Horahan.
On.
The dragon?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, now the more important part of all of this conversation is that after this, we finally managed to get to the place where the Dark Circus is, and we left in charge of the... And while most of us left, we left someone in charge of the airship, which was one of the players that couldn't show that day.
Yeah. Then they subsequently stopped playing, so the airship...
Yeah, and
the airship
it was given even the chance... It was even given the chance to play a session to try and protect the airship, and he refused to do so.
Yeah. So the airship was lost.
What was that? Pan.
Yes.
So that's the thing. The circus got attacked because they did things and they figured out where the party was going. Because in the port town where you guys got the thing, and there was that, like...
Yeah, Frito was looking...
Yeah, Frito had been following the party and using an extensive amount of resources to, track y'all. I'm out of fucking cash.
Frito had an army of rogues and giants.
Guys, I need ammo. Why does everyone keep picking it up?
And by army, we mean army of rogues. There was like 100 of them on the game board at one point.
You big liar, you.
Sure,
no, he's talking about in the circus, David.
Yeah,
when you made rows and rows of them.
That was not 100 of them.
Okay, so how many was it?
It was 45.
45. Oh, good.
I said like 50. So I said like 50. So it's right, but
much more manageable than
but they were complemented.
for 2 people.
They were complemented by about 10 giants, where each are worth about 4 rogues.
I'm including those giants as the 45.
Then that's not fair, because they can't count just as one rogue.
I mean, they weren't rogues to begin
Yeah,
with.
don't you know they have the smashing power of 4 rogues?
Yeah, so taking off of this, thinking of that, we basically, me and Richter in our lone adventure in the circus, managed to not get killed, which was a miracle on its own.
Yeah, because
We've-
the party induced this
Duquesne
really
had to-
smart tactic of walking away.
No,
Yeah.
we explored the circus first and found... Dukesh had found the guy they were doing. Richter had to be explained that.
Many times was the Cash had to explain something for it to happen. Is man, too many times.
So
See,
the party
As
escaped
it
the
may come
rogue.
to a surprise, Richter is not smart.
The party escaped the rogues, having been able to fight off a lot of them, killing them, etc. Like that, you held up your fight, and you got backed off with all the other like circus folk who are also like trying to protect themselves from the fact that like, my man, like there are people attacking people here, you know. So Frito comes up and requests that people hand over what he wants and people can like live and everything. That big like threatening bad guy thing, and sure enough, he holds up his end of the deal when Iron Hands is forced to hand off the information to him, and the party convinces Iron Hands to get back at him. Like, it's not a loss yet. Throdo won't kill everybody if we can get to use Iron Hands' innate knowledge of the stuff he had gathered himself, because Iron Hands' part in that was that traveling with the circus, he had been gathering information about the location of Wrath, the Eternal Goblin. So, you know, the party, again, convinced him. Super good.
Iron Hand. It was a natural 20, and Iron Hands was the so-said dwarf who Thedro could have just said it, yet Iron Hands. It would made the search so much simpler.
It really would have.
Thordos,
Or anything to allude to that point.
Thordo had said that he was someone you would know when you met him. And to be fair, he was the only dwarf there.
That is fair, but
he didn't say any dwarf either.
You gotta know your inherent racism.
He could have said, "You'll know that stocky man when you meet him." That would have been a giveaway. But no.
So anyways,
this wasn't helpful in that situation. So, we managed to convince Ailes or Iron Hands to come with us, and we managed to discover a place. But before we could go there, we went to the while we were moving, we found another of the players who moved, and the other actual party member, Govar, the half-orc Titan fighter.
Nope. Full orc. Full
stupid 10-int orc Titan fighter.
No, he's 11-int.
Yeah,
that's right.
He has 11.
Yeah, Usa is the one with 10-int. Sorry.
I think he's the
Unfortunately for you, chat, the players that we did stick around with, they actually are funny and stuff. Like, we got some decent folks.
Yeah.
So you got some people who can banter, which is the most important part of the game.
Yeah. So yeah, Govar has 11 and he uses an axe the size of Manhattan to fucking cleave things with. So yeah,
specifically an orc butchering axe.
Yeah,
and the large one. So
Yeah, I don't ever say that I'm not a nice DM to allow this bullshit.
For everyone that doesn't understand, that's 4d6 as weapon damage, and he does a very specific build, which he just attacks once and
3d6
he's
normally.
Yeah, I was about to say, Joe, he does 46 of weapon damage. I'm like, that's the build. He did everything he does.
no, it's 4d6 now. He has
Yeah,
impact.
because he has impact on it.
It's 66.
And,
That's if he's
So-
large.
it's always ridiculous numbers, as you guys can see.
He plays when he goes to attack. We take out a Yahtzee container.
Yeah. So and
Yeah.
and him, me, Richter, Usa combined to the person who gave up, went back to Yser, and
Oh yeah.
yeah, and they decided to get involved with the criminal scene there.
No,
And after-
no, hold up. The criminal scene got involved with us.
Okay, I disagree with that statement wholeheartedly.
Is your camera on?
My camera?
My camera?
I don't have a camera.
Oh, my camera went on for some reason. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I was about to say, is your camera on?
So,
Okay.
anyways,
But-
we really
well,
need to censor
anyway-
Now,
Anyways-
now stream knows what Joe looks like.
Anyways, the party. What were we going on? The party met Govar, and we did some more world building, yada yada. And what was the next major event that happened?
Hillbilly.
Yeah.
Who could forget?
We ran into a family of hillbilly ogres and a troll. We murdered them in self-defense.
Yeah, they attacked you.
I think we also murdered the dog, but
Yes,
I'm
you-
unsure.
Yes, you did. I kept saying it attacks you, and like after even combat, like I was still rolling to attack people with it because no one was doing anything about it.
Ah, yes.
They were
yeah.
just trying to ignore it, but like no one picked it up or did anything. They're just like, fine, it's annoying
Elves-
me, I'll kill it. That being said, that's all
Okay.
good, all fine and good.
That
To be
being,
fair,
we got rid of that problem. Els had run off into a wheat field. And was it wheat or corn?
It was wheat, but
It
anyways,
does not matter.
he was afraid of getting
He
attacked
got-
by hillbilly ogres. Can you blame the man?
So he got attacked by by necromantic farmhand.
Yeah, Zerst has a
To,
problem about that, by the way.
Yeah.
That's not a
There
joke.
is-
Not
That's,
our problem.
that's actually a fairly common problem in Zerst.
Necromantic farmhand.
No, just necromancy being practiced in secret everywhere.
Oh, maybe they shouldn't make it illegal. Then it would be secret.
Okay, that apart. We. It's also important to say that that dog was one of 3 people who have ever hurt the cash in the campaign.
What
That's
the?
right. He bit your ankle.
Oh god,
The-
yeah.
the- Only 3 people have ever hurt the cash in the whole campaign, which was the which was a fire monster, as we'll talk in a bit. That Pomeranian and Richter fucking decided that it was a great idea to basically float a piece of wood and throw ourselves with the piece of wood, and I just didn't want any of that.
You were the one who got on the wood.
So anyways,
You asked me.
the party fought off
I
the
asked you,
ogres
do
along
you
the.
want to?
Shut up. The party fought the ogres along the way, and they got to Uzair again. There they no, that was the first time. That was the first time you guys actually walked to Uzair and didn't just fly over the thing, right?
Yeah, because the last time we just asked her to get the girl to the inside.
Yeah, so you guys had actually experienced Uzair for the first time there. Now, that being said, the party saw the wanted board for the hillbilly ogre things, which actually gave the party some cash, and more role-playing happened where the party met Calpheus and McAllister, and the party had
2 lawyers.
a gang went into their office And because the party can't play nice with anybody that's slightly rude to them, a fucking street battle happened. Did you
Are
guys
we
want
just
to?
gonna gloss over the ringing of the bell for 2 hours?
No, go on. Explain that.
So we walk into the lawyer office where the wanted posters said we should go. There was a bell on the counter, and there wasn't anyone behind the counter at the time, I believe.
Yeah, they didn't have an assistant.
So Govar said, "Oh, I got this," and he just started ringing the bell, just
He rang.
over and over and over and over.
He just rang the bell until the other one came in, and then came out, was like, "What the fuck are you doing that?" and took the bell from him.
Yeah.
And eventually we were let in. Now the important part is they fought with gangsters. In that same fight is where the random guy said, "Fuck this shit, I'm out," and left.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was
Caliph-
weird.
Caliphaeus hates Govar, by the way, because even after telling him like twice, Govar just kept ringing the bell and got really defensive about keeping something that wasn't his.
Wait,
And-
what was he keeping?
The bell.
The bell.
Like a fucking
Isn't
child.
that because? Well, that's because he tried to throw the bell out. Obviously,
That was afterwards. He went out and got it because, like, it wasn't his bell, but he's just like, I want it. No, anyways, Caliphaeus does not like him. But McAllister loves Govar. For reasons.
Yeah, and also the thing to say is Dakash during all this was nowhere to be seen because he actually made plans with the party, and he was just waiting for them somewhere. And then he was given a bag of holding 2, courtesy by Hale stealing it.
fight happened.
Yeah.
Richter wanted to fight on the rooftops, but some knoll with a mace didn't like him very much, and it was like rude.
Can't believe you called a fucking lizard man a knoll.
Yeah, the
I
lizard red
forgot
monk.
what he was.
Are you talking about the hobgoblin?
There was a lot of
You're
knolls.
talking about the hobgoblin?
He's talking
He's talking
Wait,
about
no,
the he's talking about the chief hobgoblin.
there were a bunch of weren't there bugbears?
Okay, yeah, sorry, they're bugbears. They're goblinoids. That's all I know.
So
Does not matter.
the important part in all of this is they eventually won the combat. Govar almost died, survived. And after that, we
Hold up.
reached. Yes.
I believe the combat was a stalemate because the guard showed up.
If most of them were dead, when the guard showed up, so I count that as your victory.
Okay.
But still probably important that the party now has a criminal record.
No.
Except
We got
Dakash.
that sorted out.
No, you still have a criminal record.
No, I don't.
Well, while Pat makes my life harder to do a recap. Basically, Dakash bails them out. We go do some shopping with the money we got from the ogre bounty, and we decide, well, we can do better. We better start going. In the way, we meet a knight, which is our other permanent character, which is Ryder. Sir Ryder
of House Man.
House
Ryder
Man.
Another player who decides to go, how can I maximize profit here in terms of builds? I'll be a small-sized tiefling. But anyways.
He's a small-sized tiefling cavalier who makes 60 damage in attack, so he fit right in.
Yeah.
Incredibly tough horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, incredibly tough pony.
God damn, right, it is a pony.
So, basically, we're all ready to keep going to this mission when Sir Ryder of House Man joined us. unfortunately, there was some issues with a giant flaming monster on our way. Which, after a grueling battle, Usha's unfortunate demise, because of
Left her a
Fire.
smoldering pile of
Bar-
flesh.
because of normal barbarian being worse than.
Okay, yes. So the party
Yeah.
fought off this burning, which we would later discover was like half the body of an Ifrit, who was a person. The party later got the message that his name was Hephaestus Sweat. Like he actually had like identity living in Zurst and stuff, who had gone missing a long time ago. Like his family was looking for him, and the party ends up finding him as this like perpetually on fire creature, and his fires are burning so great and causing so much destruction. Creatures from the plane of fire are finding little like entrances in and like using him like a heat source, just for like food. No, it's not like food, but like if you're from the plane of fire and there's this giant eternal bonfire of a man, like you're gonna hang around it. Like it's you know. So the party fights
you
off
like
that.
nice and toasty places.
So the party fights off that guy. There's even several rounds of him not doing anything, just making like bemoaning, screaming noises and stuff. Like it's. I'm not sure how you guys felt about fighting that. You know.
It was a bit disconcerting, but we were used to it.
Yeah. But
Some
after
of us were on fire.
But after nice Uber Joe. But after fighting that off and like taking off the loot and stuff, the negative life that Usa was in, once her rage ended, because she was a base barbarian, had killed her. So the party went off to res her. And that was resurrection
So-
number
We
one.
we fixed that now. I think she's an Unchained one now.
Yeah.
Yes. Thankfully, we managed to speak with Quinn, the same dragon we met, told her we fixed it, showed her proof, and she facilitated the resurrection of Usa. Thankfully, since since some of us were of Akura followers, which is not a god well liked in that country.
I mean, he's not a
Liked
god
by
well-liked
lawyers.
most- Yeah, he's not well liked most anywhere.
Yeah, but specifically in that country, he is not
Luckily-
liked because
Yo, Joe,
Go on.
there's a fucking scout getting over there. Well, that's that round.
Luckily, Akura followers are known for not lying.
I am to have to leave here, dude.
Okay.
I'll still do the I'm still doing a bit, but I have to do some things while I'm talking.
All right.
So
fine.
to continue on, and to explain something, a very important part of this campaign. There is something called there are some people that are Islings, and there is someone that was blessed by one of the 9 gods, the 9 major gods. They can get big blessings that are immediately noticeable, or some just get blessings that they one day might notice if they get into the right situation.
Again, there's a lot to recap here because the party's been Joe has been studying. Really, Joe's the
Yeah.
one doing anything.
But I'll just do the quicker recap to say that those blessings are never apparent, and in the party, there are 3 people. There are currently 3 Islings, and we'll get there in this recap. But we only know the power of 1.
Yeah, so it's a feat I let them take for funsies. Anyways, because it is a story thing too. But half the people took it because why not?
Yeah, we get an extra feat at the start, and most of us thought that would be fun.
Yeah,
I forgot about it. But Richter doesn't
Yeah.
need it, so he's cool.
yeah. Richter's already fucked enough as it is. So, party
Yeah.
got her resurrected, and then they traveled back to the mountain. On the travel to the mountain, having cleared off all the danger, which I suppose we also skipped over the mass exodus of people like running in fear of the fire starter, but whatever.
Yeah.
The party had hired a hit point retraining guy, and they got to learn and love him a bit, and they gave him gifts, and they saw him off once he left. But so the party's bulkier now. they decide to climb up the mountain because no matter how many times it's explained that Iron Hands knows the secret path into the dungeon, Pat has a fucking aneurysm and loses all memory of it.
I think we also decided to go on to the side of the mountains. We decided specifically also to go to the side of the mountains because it wasn't specifically where they entered, so we didn't want to see to have all the rogues see where we are entering the mountain, because the climbing part was what was going to be hard if they noticed us.
Yeah.
Shooting us down would be fairly easy.
Yeah, the bulk end of the travel there, they can see the airship that was stolen from them during the circus attack. And they've discovered that, and ultimately they do discover entirely, that it's being used as a distraction from the Dwegar. It was almost implied at first that the party's going to be able to beat them there because they can't get past the Dwegar that are defending the mountain that this thing is in. But then they discover that this entire time, Frito and his banditos had been looking for the secret path themselves, using the airship as a distraction at key points to keep the Dwegar from patrolling their mountain. So the airship's just pretty much fucked up and lost at this point.
Funnily enough, I think this is the first time we actually mentioned him by name.
What?
So Frito.
No, you mentioned him earlier.
Okay, then just have a memory. Well,
you mentioned him at the Shadow Circus.
Okay.
You mentioned him before that when we were talking about seeing him on Deg. But anyways, it's not important. Besides, I'm pretty sure the only meaningful recap is the one that we're going to be doing now that there's nothing to distract us from other than each other. I wonder how many people turned off the thing as soon as TF2 wasn't there in the background for them to be like, this guy sucks.
I mean, it's true.
I defend myself. I defend myself in that everything was lagging the entire time. Which, that's just the Twitch studio thing. That's that fault. My computer is bad. Anyways, back on case. You guys climbed the mountain, going through a very specific set of corridors and paths and whatnot, fighting some rogues along the way and discovering that the rogues had been protecting certain things which could not be stopped by Pat's ability to throw people off the mountain.
Yeah, we met a couple stone giants that were
amazing what you can. Yeah, it's amazing how easy some encounters are when they go flying off the mountain and unable to do anything about it.
Yeah. So we managed to enter the mountain, just discovered that the passage we entered deeply connected to a mine that the Dwegar were using, but it wasn't originally theirs. And after walking through it, we met the Dwegar that looked at one of us, said die, tried to kill us, and then we decided to no mercy anyone that came across us. Duncan by Pat did ask if we could talk to them, but most of us were very much not opposed to killing them after their first reaction was to try to kill us too.
Didn't we find out they weren't true Dwegar?
We never found specific proof of that. We just found a lot of things in their like civilization.
Look at Pat.
Mannerisms.
Look at Pat pointing at a guy and saying, "You aren't black enough." Come on, Pat. Don't take away people's.
No, looking at a guy going like, "Boy, his dwarvish sure sucks."
What part of their dwarvish sucked? The fact that they also spoke Undercommon?
In the same sentence?
Yeah.
For the same word?
Okay, so...
That's not the same word. It's like me going, yo, like, Joe, soy hablo David, how are you, buddy? I speak David.
Yeah, you speak David. We here started the first of the last two encounters, which was the getting into the vault.
The Dwegar were everywhere on the party once they just decided to blast more people going, hey, here we are doing loud things. And then they tried to fight some people, and then upon realizing it was a lost cause because they were going to die, also Iron Hands was really poking them, saying, hey, we're not going to beat a bunch of Dwagar down here. You know, it's like fucking going into the middle of Metropolis and trying to shoot Quinn out of the air. It's not going to end well for you.
We basically killed a bunch of their priests. Escaped into their citadel while being chased by guards, and managed to get to by running, since they while being carried by enlarged USA and everyone else that is quick enough. Their stubby legs couldn't actually keep up with us, so we managed to get to the elevator that would take us to the vault where Wrath is.
Yeah, my favorite minigame from Arc 1 was the Tetris minigame where you guys had to try to fit everybody in an elevator.
It's fun.
Anyways, the party descends down for like 15 minutes, overseeing certain like floors of the Dwagar like culture. I'm sure Pat's gonna go a real Dwagar wouldn't worship Akura and Volcanus. But anyways, they hit the base floor and they see some warnings etched in various languages. Do you want to explain them, Joe, or have you forgotten already?
It was diversity of languages, just basically saying to don't.
Yeah, and then as they were looking at that, they noticed the elevator was being pulled back up, stranding them there, and also probably going to get flanked by Dwagar if they didn't do anything. So Joe cast a few spells, saw the magic door, and decided that he's not smart enough to open it, so they fucking kicked it open. And thus began the final combat of Arc 1.
Final combat of Arc 1. We entered, we see some Duragar fighting some giants. They were all quickly dispatched, and then we found would seem to be an astral controls for an astrolabe that that gave us access to the room that showed even bigger astrolabe being represented there, and Frito and 4 of his most prominent rogues, a stone giant and a fire giant,
and an ash giant.
Yeah, and it's an ash giant. The stone giant was stuck on the other side because when we opened the door, we stopped his entry, and that kept going for the rest of the fight until he killed himself against the door trying to enter when things went awry.
So, at some point, the party Ryder had found a straight shot and was able to go all the way up to Frito, distracting him from operating the machine, which ultimately led into Ryder's death because getting shot point blank in the face by a dual-wielding gunslinger is not a great time. But
this is when we found out that his pony's really tough.
In his heroic sacrifice, he had distracted Frito so much, he gave like 3 or 4 rounds to Iron Hands to, as per the party's request, to keep spinning the room around. And in doing so, the room got spun so much that Frito was not able to use the lathe himself. An ash giant got decapitated off one of the hanging wall ends. And really, just everything was getting confusing for the rogues. One of them got nauseated on a tilt-a-whirl. That was the room. And the party was fighting through. And even though the party got some lows there, like bad rolls constantly on from Govar, and Govar got a nat 1 fortitude save against like a check he would have passed on any other number, so he was nauseated and I unfortunately rolled the full 4 rounds.
We also got some highs, like discovering Oose's Aisling ability, which is having all our bones made of adamantite,
including her teeth.
She's just built different.
Yeah, their teeth, which are her main weapon, making her an even deadlier weapon, and having a giant shatter his sword on her teeth. So fun things.
Yeah, and ultimately, because the party was able to like fight off his like men so easily, and the stone giant died because he was trying to constantly access the room.
And he tried to do so when it was spinning and didn't go well.
Sorry,
Yeah, that's what the stone giant said right before he died.
Oh yeah, no,
No, while it was dying.
I had muted the stream so it didn't hear me cough.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you're right. You're right. Whatever you heard was probably really accurate. To the stone giant, seeing from the stone giant's perspective, the door frame that led into the room was wall opening, like every second, and it took a step back. And I said, if I roll like a nat 20, he's in here because, good lord, he's trying, and he's a large size, and it's not going to go well for him with how fast this is spinning. And I rolled really low, and as Chariots of Fire was playing, he fucking got his head through the door, and not much else. So...
Well, it is a thing that's going to be a shame since we're going to start streaming. His music will have to stop.
Well, you guys can have music. I'm just going to turn mine down to like nothing.
We're gonna have to go back to royalty-free music.
Nah, that's fine. You guys keep playing fucking Banjo-Kazooie music or whatever the fuck you guys been listening to. So, yeah, the party ultimately ends up... it's, like, more unfortunate rolls happen where Steven, like, does successfully grapple Frito, but then he rolls 2 3s in a row, preventing him from keeping the grapple and attacking Frito again. So, Frito gets free. And as Frito is about to gun down the party, the astrolabe, which had been already starting to, like, show signs that it was falling apart, because even at one point, Joe was like, stop spinning it, but then immediately after, Govar said, no, keep spinning it, which, you know...
Which was the right move.
Yeah, Iron Hands shrugged and continued. And the problem is, Iron Hands was spinning it in one direction the entire time. He had spun it hundreds of times to the left, to the point that something became loose and it started wobbling. And then, after on Frito's turn, the pieces, like, that were starting to, like, fly and everything... they had reached... at first, one piece fell, like, long before you grappled Frito, and then it started... There was, like, 3 pieces, like, launched out. And on this turn, it was...
One was directly at Govar.
Yeah, Govar got skewered. But then, on this round, if you counted out the remaining pieces on the map, where you could see the astrolabe I put down, all the remaining pieces were flying out, which, even with Frito reflexing saving them, and them sadly killing Steven, because he was right next to him. Before he could shoot Steven down, the pieces had skewered him to the wall like it did to Govar, as well as shredding him up pretty good. And then Govar came by and did a really nice accurate attack, which did the other half of Frito's damage, because Govar just does enough damage to do half of Frito's life in the first place.
Govar got to scratch Frito's name off of his axe.
That being said, I suppose we should take into account that this is what it looked like for Govar that entire fight. He was a large-sized creature that Joe made, which unfortunately made it no clear path for him to walk over all the dead bodies that were happening from the previous fight between the Dwegar and the bandits, which made him slowly trudge through the field as everything was getting killed from everyone else before he could get up to it. And then he tried to go and kill some people, but unfortunately he rolled a nat 1 and was nauseated for 4 rounds. So he just sort of followed people.
He managed to hit the Ash Giant once and do almost or half his health, but unfortunately that was he hit him once and then he hit Frito, and those were the only 2 hits he got.
Yeah, the thing is, every time he's about to, like, attack of opportunity someone to death, Pat sniped him like a jackass.
They weren't. No, he was going to take his turn to hit him.
No, because he was trying to get them to do attacks of opportunity on him. For him. And that never happened, because that's the only thing he could, because he was nauseated. He had attacks of opportunity, but he himself couldn't attack on his turn.
Are you?
Yes.
How was he trying to do attack of opportunity?
He was a large-sized creature of reach.
Yeah, they could have just stabbed him.
They could have. You never gave them the option.
They weren't.
Exactly. I never gave him the chance.
Yeah. So besides Pat being the kind of team player that doesn't let you have fun, Govar's only real meaningful action that entire fight was trudging down for like 14 rounds to then hit the boss once and kill him. From earlier grappling, Steven learned that Frito was a skeleton, and then from Govar hitting him down to 0 health, on the dot, by the way, he turned into a pile of dust, and thus the party won. Do you want to explain the end bit?
I gathered the dust.
That is a sick
Frito
fuck
still exists. As a bottle.
Yeah.
With a tiny sombrero.
Of all of us that are messed up, Pet is the one that took a corpse as a prize.
Yeah. So, as the party is like healing up each other and like picking up their dead bodies and everything, which a bonus effect of Steven's body being made complete out of adamantine, despite being hit to like negative 1,000 hit points, like Steven just took so much of a pounding from that. He was still a fucking skeleton that they only needed to do regular resurrection on. That's a strange benefit of it, isn't it? I didn't even consider that.
Yes, it is.
What a strange benefit we found.
Yeah, because at first I gave it to him. I was just like, Steven's gonna do a lot of bite attacks. He's gonna like having a metal skeleton. But man, what a weird benefit. I look forward to other weird benefits now being exploited. Now that the party knows.
Oh, I hope I don't have
weird detriments too. I imagine Usa can't swim.
You can. Have you fucking seen her? She can swim.
Yeah, but adamantine is pretty heavy.
I know, but people swim. People in Pathfinder, people can swim in adamantine full plate.
Not well.
Depends.
Here, Pat. Because you keep saying stupid shit, let me just say this for you to think about next time you say Usa can't climb or this or whatever because she should have ACP from having a skeleton made of metal.
I didn't say she couldn't climb.
But you keep saying something new every time. Usa has lived her entire life.
No, I don't.
Usa has lived her entire life with a metal skeleton. So, she's probably... And, like, look at how strong she is. She's probably used to it, so she incurs no penalties. Besides, it's a goblin skeleton. It's not that big.
She's an oversized goblin?
Yes, her skeleton still isn't medium-sized. It's just slightly larger than a regular goblin's.
How is her... What do you mean, how is her skeleton not medium-sized? She's a medium-sized creature.
Because an oversized goblin doesn't have that much of a larger skeleton. It's mostly fat everywhere. He's just really strong, but still, it's just basically... If you take an x-ray of Usa, mechanically, it's supposed to be like her bones are here and here and here. Look, Pat. She's 4 feet tall. It's not that big of a skeleton. You're not thinking of her as, like... She's built like a dwarf size, not, like a fucking...
Oh, so dwarves don't have medium-sized skeletons.
Well,
whatever.
Their skeletons are medium-sized probably because their bones are so thick. She's just a really wide goblin.
Yes. So after all this, we had Ryder and Usa then.
Yeah. Ryder experienced purgatory. He seemed nonplussed by it.
I think he more didn't understand.
So, this is the afterlife, huh? All the dirt I can eat, yay.
We'll see if we'll talk about it. But
yeah.
Basically, we did a quick... After that, we still had some roleplay because in the bodies of the rogues, there were scrolls of teleport, but they couldn't bring everyone. So we had to divide into groups, and immediately after picking one up, Iron Hands tried to take Wrath, the mortal goblin, and leave.
So, let me explain this here. He went up to Wrath, like, he checked the machinery, and he did the thing that he heard tales about from his, like, previous explorations that he gave the information to Bandito when Frito threatened everyone's lives over it. So, he did the thing that he was told, and it worked. and he saw the body of Raph's emancipated frame inside. He's this little like skeleton of a goblin that's covered in like Mantle of Immortality and Rings of Sustenance and all these other items that would keep him asleep and there without dying. Because if Raph dies, he comes back to life somewhere else, which is a problem. So whoever had trapped Raph here put in a lot of fucking work to make sure he never woke up and that he could never die. And then he saw someone picking up, like, scavenging the body of a rogue for a scroll of teleport while talking about it. So he immediately went and looked for another body of a rogue that didn't have one. That wasn't checked. He found the scroll, he went up to it, and he was incredibly tempted to teleport away with the body with just, like, to get all the money and credit and stuff. Then Govar, having been the only person to actually succeed at the sense motive check on this, went up to him and started threatening about shoving things in his ass, which involved Raph going up there. So after that, he was intimidated, quote unquote, because his actual intimidate was like a 4 or something, but I don't know, man. When you see someone that's twice your height and that mad, threatening about playing fucking Russian nesting dolls with your anus, I wouldn't risk it.
Of course not you. You're 6'3". You have to be fucking 12'6" guy.
That's true. But anyways, yeah, because it wasn't a very successful intimidate, he tried to talk his way out of it, just being like, "Oh no, I wasn't gonna leave you guys. I was just playing it safe because the Dwevar could be here any minute now." Like, cue 9 minutes until they finish going down the elevator. But anyways. Man, we should finish this up. I really need water.
So, go ahead.
So yeah, Govar was incredibly aggressive towards the project, the target of his protection ever since then. But the party went to his air, resurrected them, fixed up the damage from the ash leprosy that the horse and Govar got.
I did that during the travel, I believe.
Yeah. They leveled up, of course. And, like I said, Govar was just incredibly rude to Iron Hands the rest of the way, which I suppose when you look at some of the things Govar has done, it's par for the course. He's not a very charismatic character. But, like, his player is fully aware of what he's doing. Like, he's playing a character.
Well, to be fair, the leprosy had drained him of, like, 4 charisma.
Incorrect. It was 1 point.
Dude.
No, that was the horse.
I mean, that's like... Oh, that's also like... His charisma went down to 7, I believe.
Yeah, or something. But, wait, no, it would have been...
Also, I think he was holding a grudge because of the structural joint that had pierced through him.
Yeah, he kept saying that, like it was Iron Hands' fault. Like, he could control that.
No. He said that it was his own fault, but he was mad about it.
Yeah. But anyways, he was being a jerk to him the rest of the way, which I did confirm was since the party was walking the entire way and then charting a boat and everything, like all that, the whole shebang, was like...
walk. Yeah, the horses.
Yeah, Joe. You weren't using the fucking teleport scroll to, like, speed up the journey in any capacity. And yes, I know you did not have enough for everybody because Pat shredded one of the scrolls. But anyways.
That was Govar.
Oh, that's right. That was Govar. Really, it was Pat's fault for not warning him.
What? What?
Look, Pat.
If all of you said that, we'll start just blaming you.
Pat, you were the one that kept stealing all of Govar's kills. You were the one that drove him to that point.
I didn't say pick up the body and try throwing it, Frito.
No, you had deprived a man of his only joy in the game. He had to try something at that point. You were the cause of this. So anyways.
No, he clearly could have taken the nail out of the guy's head and then thrown it.
Yeah, that
the nail was destroyed. We know your thing that works.
Yeah.
Keep on.
Even if he threw a nail, like, oh boy, 1d1 damage. So after Pat forced a man to destroy a magic item, you guys traveled for like 4 months, and Govar confirmed to me that he was in fact being rude to the dwarf those entire 4 months. So, making friends is the party's way. Party goes
I mean-
and does some debating with Thrudao, but you can't really haggle with a merchant king who owns a super magic supermarket, super guild, in every city of every town of the world. Like, man, he has a Walmart everywhere, and
This is the
I
thing.
think I haggled the best I could. He no longer
Yeah.
blames me for the loss of his airship.
he does blame you. He's just not charging you because you gave him more than 50,000 gold in the items on Wrath.
Blame free.
Yes, it's very much Richter's fault.
No, it's not.
And he will always be blamed. Every
Richter
time
is free of all fault now. We have haggled that away.
Every time you need to blame something on Richter, I'll call him a leader, just so I can blame him.
Like, the Mantle of Immortality that was on the Goblin, like, that alone was
Yeah,
enough
that's
to
expensive as fuck.
that alone was enough to pay for the boat. So really, he kind of tricked you guys.
Oh, no, I was fully aware, but I was not, like... I was fully aware of most of the prices of some of the things he probably had, but I thought about it, and I'm like... Well, if I take them, the goblin's just going to die anyway, so that's just going to be a whole lot of trouble that
Yeah.
I do not want to be
Yes,
the next part.
Taking stuff off of Wrath would probably be bad, but you could have, like, haggled better, arguably. But I understand that you don't want to upset this really high level, like, NPC aristocrat dude.
We're trying. I'm trying to make friends. I
Yeah,
try
yeah.
to.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like while Govar and Richter are making buffoons out of themselves with the NPCs, like, you are running around trying to, like, make allies with people.
I just roll low
What are
every
you
time I
talking
try.
about? What are you talking about? Richter makes friends all the time.
Yeah, like that time that you encouraged that the fucking gangsters should step out of the way instead of the party being the ones, which led into a fight next to the lawyer's office.
Actually, that was Govar.
You need to watch your friend Govar more carefully, Pat. You're just letting your son destroy everything.
No. I think I was the one annoying the noble that was in the office before we got to talk to the lawyers.
Yeah, I should probably mention Musa Argenti was there. Anyways.
So we got rewarded 200,000 gold.
In addition to all the
Good.
fucking swag off of the skeleton body.
Yes, but that this was the reward for the mission itself. The thing we started with, from
Yeah.
level 3 to level 8.
What a great adventure.
It wasn't.
It only took 7 months.
Part of the adventure was extremely awesome. Then, the reason we didn't stream it was the part that wasn't so awesome.
Yeah, dealing with
Okay,
players.
that wasn't part of the adventure. That was more part of people being people.
No, it was part of our adventure as a player.
Yeah. Again, so hopefully, while I am worried a little bit about some things with the new players, because I always got to be paranoid when people display certain characteristic traits, but I'm not going to be like, you're out of here on that alone, because, like, I'm not fucking going to be like, hey, how dare you display a fucking lack of this or that when, like, people are not perfect things. But, you know, just worried about, like, Arc 2 is going to be 2 sessions and then it's going to stop being streamed again. Anyways.
Well, it will always be a definite possibility, but for now, all that anyone else that wants to see the sessions has to know is currently we have no definite plan. We have things we can do. We have places we want to see as players, and our characters also want to see them. But the only a few only objectives we have maybe is taking our revenge on Manfred. And what was the other thing, Pat? Because I remember someone else said we could do. There was something very specific we could do.
I'd
Someone
say...
wanted to go to the to Montefret.
No, it was Joe. Montrefe. So the thing is...
That's for something for the future.
The thing is there's a lot of stuff the party
Oh
could
no,
do. Pat.
I think I was saying we could always try and talk to Cerdo and see if he has another job for us.
Yeah, so like I was saying, there's lots of things the party can do, And the party is taking a month off in game to like rest and recuperate and have 2 of the players' birthdays. What is it? Govar's and your character's birthday, Joe, is like on the first.
Yeah, the cash.
Yeah, Dakash's birthday is like the first Thursday of any occurring month.
Both of them are no, but the first oath day of every occurring month
was that a Friday?
is oath day is special because your weeks are different.
Yeah, but
Oath day is considered the Thursday.
Yeah, I was right. How dare you, Joe?
It's still 7-day weeks, Joe.
Okay, but he said Friday, so he's still wrong.
I said Thursday, and then you said no.
You said Thursday.
Then I heard it incorrectly. I'm very sorry.
Anyways, yeah, the party met a bunch of NPCs that we just did not discuss at all. The party killed a fair amount of people. You know, it's your typical adventure. But going forward, the party has all sorts of things they can pick from, which like leads into the fact that yes, this is the party can do what they want kind of thing. The beginning was a bit of a campaign thing, but it's part of the reason it went the way it did was because we had to play sessions with just 2 people, which made no matter how well you guys were going to do, some bad things were going to end up happening. Like your boat did not have to be stolen, but the one person just decided to never show up again. So, you know, at that point I was like, well, he was the only guy guarding the boat. Sorry, guys. You know, I'm not trying to punish you, but like I do got to keep this ball rolling without it becoming like this weird thing of, what's the word? Like saying, "Nah, that didn't happen."
Retconning?
Yeah, retconning. I was trying to keep retconning to a minimum. Besides, the party barely knew each other, so the idea that someone, like one guy guarding a boat, failed to guard the boat, that wasn't that big of a shock, honestly.
Yeah.
So
yeah, now you have many things, like we're now learning more about the Aisling. We are, as a group focus, we still don't know what we want to do. But yeah, otherwise, I think every character has their own things they want to do.
Yeah.
And I know many of us want revenge on Manfred. I know Govar wants to scale Jazz's Peak, which is the tallest mountain in the world.
Yeah, you guys should definitely do that at level 8.
Yeah. No, thank you, but no.
Quick question.
Personally, I like the idea that next session the party spends a session playing Deg Sport for fun.
Yeah, I want to do that too.
I think Govar wanted to play Tak Jewel.
Govar wants to play all the sports, I'm pretty sure.
So there is one thing I want to know for future reference. What areas, like obviously your world is probably going to like the first world or whatever is probably in Glenglaw or whatever it's called. Like
as you've already asked,
like it leaks over to that. What area would be somewhere that Richter would go to find a place saturated with the ethereal plane?
You need to research that.
Yeah, research it.
Probably.
Are you just trying to get your fucking kineticist powers?
There is one, yeah. There's
shut up. So Pat is just trying to be, hey, tell me where I can upgrade my power.
No, I'm asking if I know of any right now.
What's your knowledge planes?
Richter's been alive for a long time. He could know.
What's your knowledge planes?
+9, I believe.
You want to roll?
I'm in my car right now, so.
All right.
So
later, Pat, you can roll, and I'll tell you what you know.
Okay.
While my character is researching the Aisling, the only other thing my character also wants to research beyond getting more powerful is either artifacts or Akura, or who is previous incarnation and all the others were. Because he is now just became curious since he discovered he's an Aisling.
So like as I'm sure you've read, Joe, from the information I've given you, it is a very hotly debated topic amongst scholars.
I know that's the thing. If I discover that a reincarnation of incarnation of mine in the past had a power, it could have been the power that I have. So I just need to discover who I was.
Oh, you're talking about your personal incarnations?
Yes, because I am Samsaran, which means I had various,
Yeah, but
including one which was a druid.
don't those kind of like appear as like more blurs than definitive memories?
I understand. That's why I'm saying I'm going to search for it. No,
Okay.
no, I'm not saying my mind speeds. I'm going to research.
All right. Sorry. I just was thinking like this is kind of like a weird thing that you're doing. Like I wonder how hard it is.
I believe it's different for each Samsaran how much they remember from past lives.
Mine is more. Currently we
Flashes
haven't
of
talked
memory.
about. Currently, I haven't spoken too much about it, David. Yeah, my character might start researching what he was in past lives. You know, he
Because
has
I
a
know
druid.
Richter has flashes of memory from the person who sculpted him.
Yeah. You two should join a club.
That's what the party is. But everyone else joined.
Actually, I guess when you look at Govar and the way he describes his memories of childhood, the party should just be like the mild amnesia club.
Past lives and current lives are different. Govar's just been hit on the head a lot.
But yeah, I'd say we described things enough so that anyone who cares about what happened in the past can look back and get a rough idea of what's happening. It was explained in a really shit way, but it's never going to be explained well unless Joe writes it down and we just read off a list, because we're always going to interrupt each other, especially Pat. You know what you did, Pat.
Fuck you.
No, fuck you.
And I've been talking with a dry mouth for like an hour now. And as I'm sure you people have heard, Joe and Pat, because I've been trying to mute myself here fast enough so that nobody hears the dying screeches of a 6'3" man who's comprised of 1% water. It's not good. So I'm gonna, the party has. I'm gonna head out, but just to again wrap it up. Going forward, the party has all sorts of options to go from. They can stick to doing missions, or they can try and find a known arrow for themselves, or they can just goof off and see what happens. So really, it's all up until next time.